Take two. Pro Tools crashed.
Pro Tools crashed. It's okay. We can just say all that stuff again.
Let's say all of the stuff
Let's just say
again.
all the same stuff. Well, we'll start the same way last time. So it started last time. Was we did it, everybody. We're halfway there.
Hey,
we're halfway to this incredible act of charity that you guys are all doing.
That's so cool. This is my first time hearing about this news.
The fucking Chris Dunn is gonna have a PS5 finally fund.
Wait, hold on a second.
We're halfway to our fucking goal.
We're halfway to our goal of Chris Dunn finally having a PS5.
We've made $450 profit.
We've made $450 profit.
Like it's actually is very stupid.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
I would be able to. I would if I didn't have to fucking pay you. I'd have a PS5. I didn't have to fucking like.
Yeah, I forgot while we were doing this that some of this would go to me.
I could have. I should have just kept my fucking mouth shut.
Yeah, you could have just pocketed it.
I could have had one by now.
Yeah, you could have pocketed that money. I wouldn't have known. I wasn't paying attention. And the fucking thing is,
I'm gonna be honest. There have been some months where I've been low on funds, and it's come time to pay you, and I'd be like, what if I just don't? What if, you won't notice. You won't fucking know. And I always do, but there's always that. I bet I could just not.
Well, it's funny you say that because you did say that the money you'd be raising from these merch sales would go towards buying you a PS5.
Yeah.
You did not say that it would go towards me buying whatever I spend my money on.
Right. Well, look, it's on the shirt. The transcript exists.
Oh, do I?
The thing is, I say in the shirt is like I have to sell 80 T-shirts because I make $10 a shirt, and half of that goes to you. I would only have to make 40 T-shirts if I was pocketing the whole thing.
Oh, it says on the shirt that half of it's going to me.
Yeah, it does.
Are you sure?
It does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then never mind.
There. It's all written down.
That's true. Yeah, you can't come after him for this.
Yeah. No.
Chris was very transparent.
Yeah. So and I said this last time too, but like I've at this point I'm like far enough away from whatever manic episode made me do this that like I'm starting to think that I could buy eggs with this. Like I could just like buy like I fucking got up this morning and had a swig of milk straight from the jug and it was sour. And it's just like I could buy new milk with this money.
You could buy so much milk and eggs.
Buy so much milk and eggs, but I've put myself in this really incredibly strange position where like now like that would be wrong of me to do.
Yeah,
like, it would be wrong of me to like spend this money on rent and food because I committed to using it to buy a PS5. Like if I don't. If at the end of this there isn't like a photo that I publish of me wearing the shirt and the pants holding a PS5, I've deceived these people.
Yeah, it's a little fucked up.
It's kind of
think about it.
Like
it's kind of a fucked up situation where now the unethical thing to do would be to spend the money on things you actually need.
Right. It's and the thing is like I still want the PS5. But like I don't know. It's just fucking.
Well, it's too late.
What did
now.
I do?
You can't not buy a PS5 now.
I have to buy a PS5.
As a matter of fact, you now owe it to your audience to have a PS5.
Yeah.
Which is really funny because, like, usually when like any kind of creator is like, "Hey, I got a new merch campaign out. I want you all to know that every last dollar that you guys spend on this merch is going right back into giving you the best product possible. Thank you so much for supporting this podcast." You were just fully transparently self-serving with it, which first of all, I think people appreciate. Yeah. I think people are sick of being bullshitted by Patreon creators and shit.
Right.
You know, they just want some straightforward, just like, hey, listen, look, I want a blowjob on a yacht someday, and this is my only way to get it.
Right. That's the whole point of the golden era.
Right.
We said this on the last recording.
Yes.
Is that the point of the golden era is not to make the podcast better.
No.
It's to eventually acquire a blowjob on a yacht.
I think I think we make that clear.
And here's the thing is that like the me having a PS5 is not going to make this podcast better.
No.
I'm going to be spending the last couple of weeks I've been cranking this motherfucker out Saturday afternoon. It's gonna be like it's gonna be bad.
It's kind of amazing.
But that's fine because the point is not to make the podcast better. The point is to immerse ourselves in rich guy mindset and culture, and which means I need nice things. I need at least one nice thing that I don't need.
Right.
You know.
Right, because
So it's all part of the plan. It's
Well-
all part of the brand.
well, because here's the thing: is like not everybody who has a PS5 gets blowjobs on yachts,
Right.
But everybody who gets blowjobs on yachts has a PS5,
Right, exactly.
Which implies very clearly that step number one is Chris having a PS5.
He's having a PS5. I got to
And-
start there.
and
You
and
know?
and
The thing, you can't jump straight to the blowjob on a yacht. You have to become the kind of person who gets a blowjob on a yacht.
I think so.
And that guy has a PS5. He might not play it,
No,
but he has it because he has all the things.
right.
And I need to, you know, if I'm going to get all the things, I need to start somewhere.
Right. You have to start with a thing.
I need to start with a thing. And
Right.
that thing is a PS5, which is why I'm so happy to announce that we have at least 3 new items on the store. at least, I took that same fucking block of text and I put it on 3 new items. I don't know what those items are yet, but it will take me 8 minutes to do. So I'm going to, there will be 3 new items.
Oh my god. I love the I love I really do appreciate the transparency of just like, hey, listen, this is about me getting a PS5. It has nothing to do with improving the quality of the podcast or anything else. It's not even going to groceries. I'm like, listen, a lot of times the thing you say when you're any kind of artist or creator is thanks for the support. There's no support happening here.
No.
It's
like,
thanks for the money.
Thanks. That's exactly what it is.
They're not supporting your work.
No, it's
they're not even
thanks-
supporting your
it's not even
survival.
It's not even thanks for the money because I have promised not to keep the money. This is the weird thing is I'm treating this like I'm giving it to fucking cancer research, but instead I am buying myself a PS5. But with the integrity of a guy who's donating to cancer research.
I think that's beautiful. I think that's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Feels so wrong.
Oh no, well, because it is. And I love that for you. I love that just like, you know, it's like, you know, we're only so far into the golden era.
Yeah.
We're only so far into achieving the level of incredible success that we've been achieving for the past few months.
Right.
And already you're letting it go to your head and you're abusing your power.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy for you. You know?
Just one. That truly is honestly the mindset behind it is like, I'm gonna like, I could abuse my power and get a PS5.
Yeah.
You get one, Chris. You do it one time. It's like you get one abuse of your power to get a PS5 and then you'll be good after that.
You know, you could also get a second PS5
Interesting.
or controllers.
I think it comes with a controller.
Oh, it better, because otherwise we have another campaign to do.
That's the thing. It's like just keep anytime I want a new thing.
Yeah, here's the method from here out. Whenever you want to just spend money on things, is you just tell people and make a bit of it.
Because here's the thing: is that like I think like what I was trying to do is create something that was like that felt more ethical than an Amazon wish list, and I failed. Like I think an Amazon wish list would be a much more ethical way of doing this, because they're spending like we're getting like a third of the amount of money that they're spending. It's printful. Everything is way overpriced. Like it's
frankly, I don't think there's any. I have to say, I think this is overall an ethical non-issue.
I guess
You're being transparent about what you're spending the money with. As long as you don't lie to anybody, that's it.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Unless you wish to deny our fans the legitimacy of their own volition. Unless you seek to invalidate their free will by suggesting that somehow you're Jafar staffing them into sending you money they would never otherwise send you.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm smoking in a public library and being like, yeah, I'm smoking. You know what I mean? Like,
it's not that it's unethical, Chris. It's that it's douchey.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right. It's wrong, but not ethically.
Right. It's just in incredibly poor taste.
It's just fucked up.
It's an incredibly poor taste, and I'm kind of getting away with it by admitting that it's incredibly poor taste.
Yeah.
And I guess my anxiety is coming from how far can just admitting that it's in poor taste get me before people start to be like, this is weird and wrong of you to do.
You know,
And I think it's $400.
they're saying it's one PS5.
It's the equivalent value of a single PS5.
Right.
Like,
Well, you know, you might be onto something, but I have to say, you won't know the edge until you test it.
just like, yeah.
You know, so I say push it.
I just have to just keep going until people get for real mad at me. Then I pull back.
Just milk until the cow kicks.
I'm not a wealthy man. I'll take as much milk as that motherfucker's willing to squirt out for me.
Well, you can get a lot out of a cow. You know, you just gotta You just gotta make sure it stays pregnant.
You just gotta keep fucking that cow, and then you can have all the milk you please.
How do they keep cows making milk?
Well, they just keep.
Do they keep them pregnant?
Yeah.
Or they just hit them with hormones?
It actually, I don't know. They might be able to do it with hormones, but like the classic way is you just kind of keep them pregnant.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah,
That's so
pretty
fucked up.
It's pretty bad. Welcome everybody to Life in the World to Come.
Yeah. Welcome.
Welcome everybody.
I'm Graham's Tix.
And I'm. Usually I just say my own name, but I want to participate, so I'm just kind of looking around Will's room for inspiration of like what I could be called. I'm
Gerber Snacks for
Gerber
Baby.
Snacks for Babies.
Which people don't have to know why I have all these Gerber Snacks for Babies around my studio.
I'm just so used to it, but it's true. It is actually incredibly weird that you have these.
It's only weird if
you've always had little snacks for babies in your house.
Well, you know, it's only really weird if you don't know what's been going on with my life,
right.
You know, and so yeah, and the stage I'm at in my life,
right.
You know, you just get to a certain age, you start settling down, and you find yourself just. You know, I never thought that I would do it, you know?
Right.
I never thought that I would, you know? But, like, it started feeling right, and it felt like the thing to do, and it's just kind of natural.
Right,
so,
just to start buying baby food on the off chance you get to hang out with a baby.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you're hanging out at the bar and you meet a baby who you just, really click with as bros. You know, you want to make them feel comfortable when you take them back to your home to play video games and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's like these are for my baby guests.
Right, exactly. They can't drink beer; they're babies.
No,
you gotta give them little Gerber banana snacks.
If you invite a baby over to hang out, you got to give them some snacks, some puffs, strawberry apple, banana cookies. You know,
I like it. It's so sweet that you have all these different flavors.
Well, I'm trying to be a good host.
You're trying to be a good host
to all the babies who just come and hang out.
Yeah,
and not my own child.
No,
just making that clear.
No, Will got his stuff snipped.
Yeah,
and so he can't do that.
Right, and much to my wife's chagrin.
Yeah,
she said, "Please, I want to have children someday," and I said, "We'll see about that." And then
we'll
I got
see
it
about
snipped.
that, and then he got it fucking snipped.
And she doesn't even know.
You got his fucking dick cut off.
Cut
off his dick.
I was just like, I don't need this thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna need it.
You know, I don't want it. I'm getting uncomfortable. You see the way I'm gripping the door? I don't like the way this bit has gone. I don't know. I don't like even joking about lying to my wife about having gotten a vasectomy or not. I don't know why. That just crosses a line for me personally. That's like a
because it would be a bad thing to do.
It would be a horrible thing to do.
You probably the kind of thing you want to discuss with your wife.
Yeah.
You know, ultimately that's your decision, but you probably want to bring it up. You know, talk it over.
Yeah, and also cutting my dick off. I don't want to do that either. All right.
I don't know. I feel like I could talk you into it.
You might be able to.
I don't know. Well, let's see.
Depends. Depends. You know,
just got to show you all the incredible benefits
of not having a dick,
not having a penis anymore.
Okay. And I am definitely overheating here. I'm cracking a window.
Okay.
And I'm having trouble participating.
Oh, it's dark out.
Yeah.
It became night.
It's nighttime. Is
there a screen there?
Yes.
Okay. It kind of just looked like it was. That looks like the most suicidal window I've ever seen. That, like, like you can. I mean, we might not be quite high enough for you to die from that fall. But like,
I could die, but I would also have a risk of just being ruined forever.
right, exactly, which makes it less than ideal. But the setup of the window itself is you could just slide right out of there.
Oh yeah, no, I could just palm that screen off and just crawl out.
Right, yeah.
Like, I could just sit. I could just sit and lean.
You couldn't have a baby in this room.
No, I'm not gonna.
Terrible idea to have your soon to be child in this room.
Yeah, no, yeah, she's not gonna be allowed in here.
Yeah.
Well, this is
It's loud.
It doesn't sound good, but I don't care. I'm overheating. I don't like being in front of a window is actually the problem, because somebody down there might see me. You know what? Actually, I like that. I like that.
Good. Yeah, lean into that.
Yeah, no, I like that. I want to be able to
be a little exhibitionist freak right now.
Yeah, you know what? I'm
Maybe
gonna do a
take
little
your
dance.
fucking pants off.
No, because
too.
then I'd be committing a crime.
You're in your own home.
No, with the size of this
This is your
window.
house?
No, I've heard some stories.
Really interesting.
Yeah, apparently if somebody looks in through your window and sees your dick and balls, you could actually get in trouble.
Well, I don't care for that.
Yeah, I don't care for it either.
I could call my senator about that one.
All right.
This question actually feels like it's about the apocalypse, and
Yeah.
I feel like we don't do that enough.
All right, let's do it, man.
Hiya.
Hiya.
What items should I prioritize when scavenging through abandoned houses and such in the world to come?
Oh, that's a great question. I love that question, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's so we're going to be kind of returning to our hunter-gatherer roots, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to want to get in touch with your lizard brain, with that part of you that is still focused primarily on survival. You know, for the most part in today's world, that part of you that's designed just to survive only gets in the way and makes you mentally ill. But you're going to actually be in touch with your instincts again. And so you want to focus on developing that kind of spirit. You know what I mean, Chris?
You know, it's about finding that hunter-gatherer instinct.
Yes.
So you're going to want to go to, like, a chicken's house. You want to have to, like, break into a chicken's house in the dead of night.
Yeah.
And slit its goddamn throat in its
Right.
fucking sleep.
Yeah.
And then you leave its wife and kids there because, like, they got to grow up so that you have more you can't kick all the chickens, so you want to have more chickens.
Uh-huh.
So you just take the one. And then you eat it like a regular chicken.
Right.
And you kind of wrestle with it.
Uh-huh.
Because you didn't have a conversation with a guy, but he had like a home and a wife, so
Uh-huh.
you assume that there's like an internal thing
Yeah.
happening there.
Well, he had a house.
He had a house.
This chicken was able to
This
get
chicken
a mortgage.
This chicken had a job.
Yeah.
This chicken had a job and was able to like have a conversation with
Right.
the bank.
Yeah.
And so like it's probably
This chicken put on a jacket and tie and went to the bank and convinced the banker to give him a loan.
right. This is a chicken with like thoughts and feelings and like plans for the future.
Yeah, in-depth plans and
Right.
and a lot invested in those plans.
But fucking boys gotta eat.
Yeah.
Is the thing of it.
You gotta eat.
And it's better like and you could eat a person,
Mm-hmm.
but you're again all the same moral quandaries, and
Mhm.
you already know that you like chicken.
Right.
Is the thing.
Right. And you might not have tried human meat before.
I know, and you don't
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of chickens out there,
There's gonna be so many chickens.
and they're smart in a way that makes you feel weird about it.
Yeah.
But like, it's still look, chicken is chicken.
Chicken's
I
chicken.
guess.
That's in the world to come. There are still going to be some cities that stand, but most human beings won't be allowed in them. You might be able to sneak into them, but for the most part, these will be chicken-only towns, and they'll be occupied. They'll be populated exclusively by chickens.
See, this
Who
is
are people?
This is the thing
People
about the
chicken. Think about that. They wear shoes. They carry on little briefcases.
some
Some of
little
them,
triangular shoes for
It's
their
a-
little talons.
some of them they carry on little backpacks. They go to school. They go to chicken school.
Well, imagine, oh my god, imagine like a bunch of little chicks walking down the street and they all got little backpacks on.
Yeah,
That's pretty nice.
it's
You're
gonna
gonna
be
eat
a thing.
those.
You gotta eat those fucking
You're gonna
kids.
fucking eat those. The thing about the apocalypse is that you always in apocalypse media you always see like, oh, there's like a village of people and they're like they have to like they always have to like be back in their houses by sundown because there's a terrible monster that prowls the street at night.
Yeah.
And you see that and you're like, oh, I bet that's so scary. I bet that's so hard. Not if you're the monster.
Right.
You just gotta find a village full of stuff that you're better than.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
That's what being the monster is.
It's just right. Exactly.
Be the one who knocks.
yeah.
Become the boogeyman under somebody's bed. You know?
Yeah, lest someone else become that for you.
Right. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about is domination and eating people, even
That's the thing,
especially if they're not human.
If you live in a village that is haunted by beasts at night, move out of your village, find a village populated by things that are weaker than you,
right,
and become the thing that haunts the village at night.
Right. And if you can find the chicken cities, that's where you go. Hey, this is nothing to do with the question. This is so far from the question. The question was about rummaging through people's shit.
Yeah, right. It's like you gotta find
scrounging for materials. Is that what it was?
I guess it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
We're talking about cities full of chickens and eating people's family, right? I'm fucking.
Well, that's the thing. Is like again, if you like stalk the shadows of Chicken City,
yeah,
then you're not gonna have to be worried about like finding stuff because the infrastructure exists. It's just for chickens.
No, so Chris, this is not the answer.
The infrastructure exists for chickens.
All right, but what you're saying right now is somebody asked a question and your shut the fuck up. There's kids outside and I want to yell at them. Do you think they can hear us? They can totally hear us. Those kids can hear us.
Yeah, welcome to the free
welcome
to the free show. Maybe they're fucking fans, dude.
Big Life in the World to Come fans want to catch the first ever live show.
Honestly, that would be kind of sick.
It would be kind of sick.
Because that window is pretty big, and I bet we could
rearrange
this room a little bit.
We do a live show out of my apartment.
That would be awesome. We would be probably a violation of some kind of local ordinance.
Oh, yeah. No, we get in trouble,
they would all
but
know where you live. But
no, they wouldn't. They would know what building. They wouldn't know my apartment. They wouldn't be able to get in.
They would be able to figure it out.
That's so true.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's like you see the window. They just climb up the building.
They probably would do that.
Look at this big window. They could get right in.
Oh, my God, they could.
That's a man-sized window.
Yeah, so many gay college kids could fit through this window.
You could probably fit at least 3 gay college kids at a time through that window.
Honestly, I think probably more than that.
Yeah, if you squeezed them.
Yeah, and if you're willing for some of them to land on their heads.
Yeah.
If I was pushing them out, say.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but that also keeps me safe in case they do find out where I live, because I can just push them out the window real easy.
You could fit a lot of kids through that window. You could also fit a very large vat of boiling oil through it.
That's true.
You could really a lot of volume of boiling oil. Dump out that window.
I'm picturing myself in an iron helmet, just pouring a big pot of boiling oil out the window.
A fucking 19-year-old puts a ladder up against the wall. You kick it down while they're like halfway up.
There's just a bunch of fucking 20-year-olds with blue pixie cuts climbing up the wall, laying siege to my apartment. Fucking.
What do they want?
I don't know. They're after me gold.
Steal all of your small rat figurines.
Yeah,
your little rats.
They're after my baby food and my rats. Hey, we still haven't answered the fucking question.
I don't know, man.
We got nowhere near the question, and then when I pointed out that we hadn't gotten to the question, you.
I'll tell you what.
No,
I'm gonna tell him
because the way you answered the question is somebody asked you a question and you said, "Don't worry about it. Here's a better answer to a different question."
Well, I'm gonna tell you what the answer is.
Okay.
For things to scavenge.
Fucking
chicken feed, my guy. Fucking chicken stuff. Fucking chicken bait.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fucking bird seed to lull them into a false sense of security.
That's awesome. Bringing it back around. I love that. Keeping it cohesive.
Fucking a chicken comes home from work after a long day at the office and sees a trail of chicken seed leading to the bedroom.
And they're so relieved.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have it. It's gonna be. I'm about to receive a beautiful, sexy treat from my gorgeous wife. And it's you standing there with a hatchet.
Yep.
And a stump. There's a stump in the room that you're gonna use. And you're dressed like a farmer.
Yeah. And then I have sex with the chicken.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you were. I'm the chicken's wife. Play the long con. But
that's a great idea.
No, it's not.
Because all these chickens have jobs. We've established that all these chickens have jobs and houses and stable incomes.
You're right.
Meanwhile, you're out there living in holes.
You're scavenging.
You're scavenging.
Just marry a chicken.
Just fucking marry a fucking rich chicken.
Because the only people who have society in the world to come are cities full of chickens, and they're not smart enough to tell the difference between you and their wife. If you put on a little red hat and go bak baka, they're gonna think you're the real deal.
Yeah, they're chickens.
Yeah. They're fucking idiots.
They're not very smart.
No, chickens are fucking dumb as shit. You ever talk to one? And look, it's not the safest place because you're still living in a society dominated by and secured by chickens. And so human beings are still going to be able to get you. But like...
Well, you're going to have to be defending that house from other human beings.
That's true.
Get that chicken.
Right,
who weren't as smart, who weren't as forward thinking as you.
That's true.
You know?
You've got an advantage already.
Exactly.
If you get there, you're going to be cool.
Again, you're playing 5-dimensional chess with these chickens. Most people are just killing and eating the chickens.
Right.
Not you.
No.
You're too smart.
No, you don't shit what you eat
with the chickens.
Right.
For money. Like a genius.
Hey, to all you fucking poultry farmers out there, what the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing, dude?
You're collecting these chickens and chopping them up and selling them as food? You crazy? You could be having sex with those things.
You gotta let that chicken off the leash. You gotta let that chicken thrive and pursue its career goals.
Yep.
And then you fucking fuck that thing. And you fucking coast housewife style for the rest of your days.
Exactly. All right, let's answer another question. I think I got good energy for this next one.
Okay. Hi, how can we decorate our space in the world to come? What types of things can we add to spark joy in our homes?
Innards.
Yeah, dude.
You ever look at an intestine? You ever look at one of those things? It's like a big juicy ribbon.
It's a beautiful big juicy ribbon, and I think it says, it's like laden with metaphor.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like things have to pass through that in order to reach their final form.
Poop.
Exactly. It's a beautiful metaphor about how stuff becomes poop eventually. And you think about that every time you look at your house.
You wanna hang an intestine wreath from your front door so that everybody knows this is where this is what you want. If I visit Will's house, I'm becoming poop.
You want to wreath your door in intestines, and this is the very important part. Is that you gotta like sew the two ends together so that it's one Ouroboros style loop.
Right.
And that's art, I think.
That's kind of
beautiful. It's like kind of a beautiful metaphor for something.
Is this some like fucking
of just
Hannibal shit?
Of just like thing that is like what happens when you turn poop into poop? Is it become gold? Yes. The answer is yes. Have you just fucking loop an intestine and you'll turn fucking anything into gold.
This is definitely true, and I know that is because listen, you listeners may not know this yet, but this is going to be really useful in the world to come, and that is that if you eat shit, you'll poop out gold.
That's the thing. It's like I've actually tied my intestines together inside me into that loop.
Yeah.
And so anything I eat becomes gold. But again, loops are tied together. So I'm just slowly amassing gold inside my body.
What are you going to do?
I don't know yet. I'm just kind of getting fat with gold. And I'm just going to see where that kind of lifestyle takes me. You know?
I'm picturing.
It's like I look at my vision board and I think, what if I was full of gold? It's like, I've been told that like in order to be like a rich and successful guy, you need to have gold, and I do. I have it. It's in there.
Well, someday you're just gonna have to cut yourself open like a fish and just let all those doubloons fall out.
But then I wouldn't have the gold anymore.
You would still have it.
I don't. But it's a matter of integrity.
Put it in a bag.
But it's in me and it's part of me, and no one can take it away from me.
No, they could.
You know,
they would just have to kill you in the process.
Over my dead body.
Well, yeah, that's what it would be. Yeah, they would be doing that over your. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Chris, this is a terrible idea. I'm here to let you know this is not the right move.
Well, you know what? And look, a lot of people have told me the same thing, but I'm just gonna I'm gonna see where this goes. I'm just gonna have this gold cycle in my body
Okay.
where I just keep turning poop into gold.
Okay, but here's the thing: if you got it sewed up, how does the poop even get into the
That's
intestine?
an incredible question.
If I don't think that there's any gold in you.
Well, how would you know?
I think you've just got shit inside you because there's just a loose floating Ouroboros of intestine inside your belly right now that you've told yourself is actually amassing gold, when in reality it's just digesting itself
Look,
slowly.
man, ever since I tied my intestines into a single Ouroboros loop, I've started having weird dreams about how I'm full of gold. So I don't know what else you want me to say. I pass out in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
And I wake up and I shoot back up and I say I'm full of gold. And I think that's all the evidence I need. See,
right.
Doctors will tell me that I'm not full of gold, but they have their own. They just want my gold for themselves.
That's probably what
they're
it
looking
is.
at. They keep saying that they need to cut me open and fix my intestines, but I know what they're really up to. They're just trying to get in there.
So anyway, after Chris dies sometime in the next 48 hours, I'm going to hang his intestines up on my front door so that you know that when you come into my house, you are either poop or gold.
I'm just having sepsis hallucinations. Just have really bad giardia.
I think that's like kind of the answer, is that, not only will decking the halls with boughs of bowels.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so proud of that. Fuck, why'd I have to ruin it by pointing out that I'm proud of it? When you deck the halls with boughs of bowels, you're I forget what I was gonna say. I distracted myself because I got excited.
A big shiny golden trophy that said "Bowels of Bowels." You got so distracted by it, just like scrambling up the mountain to get that trophy, and now you're standing at the precipice and you don't know what to do from here.
I feel like Alexander. I've reached my peak, and all I knew was that I wanted to get there, but I had no idea what to do with it once I captured it. I'm like the Joker, and how the Joker said that he's like a dog. I'm like a dog, but only by way of the Joker.
Right.
There's a Joker between me and the dog, but I am the dog. I am dog by way of Joker. Okay, I remember now.
Okay.
Is that when you deck the halls with boughs of bowels, in addition to being able to communicate to those who are welcome that they are poop and gold, you've also hung incredibly terrifying warnings around your house.
That's true. Oh,
You get a little bit of a Vlad the Impaler thing going too.
Exactly. It's welcoming to the initiated, and intimidating to the uninitiated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
a good way of keeping away squares.
Yes, exactly. Getting the
fucking
lame-o phonies and boomers away.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta only hang out with cool guys who love guts.
Right. Right. If you're
gonna hang up those guts, and people are gonna be fucking knocking down your door, being like, "Oh, look, see, you got some guts in there. How much you let me take a look at them guts?" And you're like, yeah, dude.
Come on in.
Come on, dude. You say that in the same voice. It's like,
well, because you're a gut guy
you're
too.
Also, you're all the same. You're all gut guys. You're a
a
cool guy who loves guts.
It's fucked up that I know people who are basically
yeah,
that.
I mean, yeah. I know a lot of them.
Like gut guy is not what you call it,
but they're out there.
They're out there, and I have them on my phone, and we've been discussing what kind of skeleton I'm gonna get from them.
Right, you're doing business with these people.
Oh yeah, I'm considering buying an exploded skull from a guy right now.
You're kind of a gut guy.
I'm a little bit of a gut guy.
You're more of a bone guy than a gut guy.
Yeah, because bones are wet and squishy and warm. I mean, because guts are wet and squishy and warm.
Yeah.
And I don't like shit that's
you
squishy
like
and
that's
warm.
cold and dry.
I like cold, hard, dry things.
Right, exactly.
Like bones. And you know what? Honestly, not much else. I can't think of anything else that's quite like bones.
It's you like rats and bones, and that's kind of all there is.
That's it's funny, and a lot of people think that I'm a sensitive guy with a lot going on in his head and stuff. Nah, I just like rats and bones. The rest is all fake.
Right, exactly. You like rats and bones, and then anytime something that's like not rats or bones gets in there, it just throws the whole equilibrium off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where your mental health comes from.
Yeah.
That's like this is where all of your issues are.
Yeah.
Is that like anything that isn't rats or bones, you're like, ah! It's like, I'm like, no! And you gotta freak out for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I'm not really necessarily technically a gut guy, but I'm kind of a gut guy. And, And so you want to hang out with gut guys in the world to come, because gut guys know where it's at. They're not squeamish. They're not afraid of violence, and they always know what's good eats.
They always know what's good. I was about to say,
and they're not gonna.
They got all the best recipes.
Yeah, they're like, hey, listen, you got to try this new long casserole I made. It's got lungs in it.
You know, all the flavors in the sweetbreads.
I made you a steak made out of a spleen. I'm a bit of a gut guy.
And you're just like, this guy's so cool.
Yeah, because he's wearing sunglasses indoors.
He's wearing sunglasses indoors and nothing else.
Yeah, because gut guys tend to stay naked.
Yeah,
because a lot of the times they don't have all of their skin.
Just fucking sunglasses. He ain't got nothing on but sunglasses and flop sweat.
Yeah,
just like
yeah. Because that's just a fucking cool ass fucking clammy guy who loves guts with a sick pair of shades. Okay,
I'm
on board for all this, but I'm getting lost at how we connect this back to decorations.
I kind of got stuck in a detail there.
Yeah, I like. Let's see if we can bring this back around here.
Yeah.
We created this gut guy, but
you could have one thing that you have is a beautiful portrait of the coolest guy you know. Just a fucking twice life-sized portrait.
Why?
Of your new best friend.
Oh, that's a good idea for a decoration.
For a decoration,
Well, because you want gut guys for friends.
Exactly, and so you want to put it out there that this is the kind of guy. You want to have a big portrait in your house of the kind of cool guy that you're looking for.
Yeah, that's
just like a fucking
thing.
just like a sweaty. I'm imagining partially balding guy.
Yeah, yeah. He's really wet.
Like a guy who is balding but also hasn't cut his hair in like 7 months.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And he's like wet.
Yeah.
And he's so cool.
Right.
He's such a fucking cool dude. And you want to hang out with him. You know, you want to put yourself around like people who inspire you.
Right. So
like,
if you yourself are not a gut guy,
right,
well then don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't cover your house in guts if you don't like guts. That's a bad idea. Unless you want to scare off like-minded people, you want to decorate things based on the kinds of, like you said, people you want to attract into your life.
Right.
If you like gut guys because you like good eats and you like guts and you like flop sweat and blurry dicks and all the other things that gut guys come with, and you also are good at you want to scare people.
Look, that's cannibalism isn't about like murder and violence. It's about having a good time with the boys.
Yeah, of course.
It's about barbecue.
That goes without saying.
Yeah,
it's.
But if that's not your thing, I don't know. Maybe like just like.
You know what? I can't think of anything other than guts and bones. I was
gonna say guns, but we've dipped into that well too many times.
Yeah, no, guns is always an answer.
I'm just kind of bored of guns by now.
Yeah, guns aren't that interesting. Yeah,
weirder than that.
And and swords is the same thing.
Swords are guns. Yeah,
yeah, swords are just swords are just bad guns.
They're just
guns that don't work as well.
Yeah.
So let's get back to guts. All right, let's just figure out more reasons why you should decorate your house with guts, other than attracting this weird sweaty guy. I still don't feel like I don't know what happened. Because we were talking about decorations and we talked about you being full of gold, but maybe not. And then we started talking about this gut guy and describing him when I don't know who he is or why he showed up. I mean, I know why he's there.
He's there because he's fucking cool as hell.
But
he's like the coolest guy any of us know.
Okay, but what is
you want to be able to decorate your house like a cool guy so you can get cool guys to come to your house.
Okay, right, of course. Okay, I get it now. Yes, decorate your house in guts because that's a cool type of guy you want to be with, is this sweaty gut guy.
Yeah.
All right. Good evening, you lovely silly boys.
Good evening.
I have a morbid fascination with teratoma tumors, the tumors that basically grow extra body parts such as teeth, eyes, hair, etc.
Hmm.
Would there be any specific benefits to having them? If so, what would they be?
Well, tumors are always going to be a good thing. You always want as many tumors as you can get.
Why would-
it's good to have friends.
It's good to have friends. It's good to have mass.
Yeah.
You know, you want to fucking put on you want to put on mass in the world to come.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking get bad cancer. It'll make it. You know.
Yeah.
You know, and it's specifically with like tooths and hairs and stuff.
That's much better.
That's fucking cool. Like, imagine having the fucking coolest guy in the world come over to your house, and he's seen so many intestines in his time. He's fucking bored of them. He's seen the coolest intestines in the coolest underground clubs in Milan. So now he's, and there's nothing that impresses the guy anymore.
Mm.
If you show him an intestine with a bunch of fucking hair and teeth on it, you're gonna fucking rule the art scene. You're gonna be
That's a good point. You know
what I mean?
You're talking about being your community's most popular and renowned gut guy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if you you want to have teratomas and you want to cut up people who have teratomas. You just want them around. They're just a good thing to have.
It's a cool thing to have.
Whether they're yours or someone else's.
It's a conversation piece.
Yeah, it's a conversation piece, or like you said, it's mass. And what's better? Soft, squishy, fucking surface level, I don't know, melanomas, or a big fucking wad of teeth coming out of the top of your head.
That's pretty fucking sick, dude.
It's also going to make you more powerful. That's like having a horn.
It's making you more powerful. It immediately gives you like an identity and a gimmick.
Right.
We've talked about this. Having a gimmick is going to be so important in the world to come.
Absolutely.
You can't just be Gary. You have to be Tooth Skull.
Right.
You know?
Or you can be Gary Tooth Skull.
You can be Gary Tooth Skull is pretty good.
But, you know.
You can't be Jerry Stevenson.
No.
Jerry Stevenson is dead.
Right.
You're Jerry Tooth Skull now.
You need to kill Jerry Stevenson. Wait, is it Gary or Jerry?
I think it was Gary. Okay. You got to kill Jerry Stevenson so that Dr. Gary Tooth Skull can live and thrive.
Right, exactly. You also want to change your name from Jerry to Gary. Because there aren't going to be any Juz in the world to come.
No, they all die in the blast.
Nobody's mouth is going to not be mutated in such a way where they can no longer pronounce J sounds.
No more Juz, only
There'll be
Guz.
only be Gosefs and Gax.
Absolutely.
You're gonna be Gary Tooth Skull, the king of teratomas, you know. The number one gut guy.
Teratoma does sound like a cool post-apocalypse city.
It also sounds like a cool name for a Pokemon.
It does. Oh, that's so good. Go Teratoma.
Teratoma!
Just like it's so miserable.
It needs to
wants to
die.
die.
It needs to die. The only thing that can do for it is kill it.
It's just a Chansey with bad cancer. Like it's just like it's a normal Chansey that's dying. Like,
yeah, get some teratomas. Stick your head in a microwave and turn it on. Smoke cigarettes a lot.
Start fucking smoking so many cigarettes. Smoke enough cigarettes so you get teeth where you shouldn't get them. It's fucking the plan you should adopt.
Yeah, you got to first figure out how many cigarettes that takes.
Yeah.
But I think it takes a lot.
It probably takes a lot, but like you have time.
It's true.
You just like
you got time to kill.
You feel like the fucking wall of heat that will come after the initial bombs drop.
Uh-huh.
You'll see that big mushroom cloud in the sky, and then you just fucking sit in your basement and start smoking cigarettes until you got more teeth than you did.
Here's what you got to do.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing at what I'm about to say. I'm laughing at what you just said. It just took a while to process it. Just start smoking cigarettes till you have more teeth than you did. You want to light that bogey on the mushroom cloud.
Oh God.
stand out in the desert.
How have we never suggested that before?
It's kind of
That's
fucked up.
the fucking coolest thing you could
Yo,
ever possibly do.
Fucking roll a joint and spark that thing up with an atom bomb.
That'd be fucking. Just imagine just like a wall of fire and just. Or even better, just like sticking it in your mouth, leaning into the wall of fire.
Yeah.
Then breathing in.
You'd be so cool, and then you'd be covered in
Yeah, and
teratomas
then
if you
just-
survive.
breathe in, and as you breathe in, just a bubble with teeth. On your head. Yeah. As if you're like inflating.
Yeah, I'm picturing it. That's exactly what it is. That's what'll happen. Your head will just expand. You'll have a giant tooth-filled head. You'll have so many teeth and
You're
hair,
gonna have so much teeth and hair,
and maybe even partially formed eyes.
and you can use that in currency in some places.
That's true. There are going to be places where there are going to be villages that crop up here and there, around oases and natural resources.
Mhm.
Little villages are going to crop up, and they're going to mostly trade and barter using bits of tumor because there's going to be so much of it laying around. It's going to be like, well, we might as well use it as money.
One man's cancer is another man's bank.
You know what? That's true. That's true. That's why I don't trust oncologists.
Right. Trying to keep me from getting cancer, make me not a rich man.
No, they're trying to make money by telling me I have cancer.
They just
My oncologist keeps telling me I need chemotherapy. I know he's just trying to pull a
he's
fast
just trying
one.
to fucking steal my teeth. Is
I
what he's doing.
He just wants my teeth and hair.
He's just trying to get my teeth and hair, and he's not gonna trick me. This guy's been stockpiling his own teeth and hair for years, and he doesn't want me devaluing the currency by making more of it.
I woke
That's
up,
the only reason he doesn't want me having cancer.
dude. I woke up from my surgery, and the doctor he looked at me and he said, "Listen, good news is we got it all." And I said, "Give it back."
Where is it?
What do you mean you got it all? None of it's yours to have. Give me back my cancer. There's perfectly good teeth in that tumor.
And he gives you a big bag full of teeth and hair. Fucking flash forward to 2 months later, you're in your palatial mansion.
That you bought with teeth and hair
You're
from an
at your
oasis settlement in a desert.
You're in your yacht, in your pool, at your mansion, getting a
Yeah,
blowjob.
fuck
Like,
yeah.
you fucking
Playing
did it.
PS5.
Fucking PS5 in your yacht, in your pool, while getting fucking blown, dude.
That's what you want, folks. If you want a
the
good
good
life
stuff.
in the world to come, get cancer. But only if you're guaranteed to get like toothy tumors,
Right,
because
exactly.
otherwise that's horrible.
You
want
to get
huge
scary
tragedy.
extra tooth and hair cancer.
Yeah, I don't know which one that is.
Yeah, it's one of them. Well, that's why you just got to keep smoking cigarettes until you get the right one.
It's like rolling dice. Enough time you're gonna get enough. After
Eventually.
enough times you're gonna get snake eyes.
Right, exactly. Well, I feel like that's what cancer is, right?
Right.
It's just weird chemicals causing your genes to mutate in ways that you weren't expecting.
Right, and
And eventually it's going to be a cool one.
right, like
one that
snake
makes
eyes.
teeth come out of your face.
Right.
A cool one like that.
Or like how you said,
Or a bunch of hairy teeth come out of the top of your skull.
and if you see somebody with a teratoma, just pop that thing off and keep it.
Yeah, just fucking just kind of like
Yeah, teratoma currency. Also just cool to have. Makes you strong if you can be covered in teeth. If you can get all your skin to be covered in teeth, do it.
Just like I bet if we Googled that right now, someone has made that bodysuit.
Teeth for
Skin. Teeth for skin. Google teeth for skin. Teeth for skin. Google go. Google show me teeth for skin.
All right, this is nothing. Hold on.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
that's.
Good shit. We'll link to that in the episode description.
I'll text it to you now.
Okay, cool. I'm just
You
gonna
can figure out to
post
do it
that
now.
right now. No context as an Instagram story.
That's a good idea.
And then they'll know.
Okay, hold on a sec.
All right, good. Fan engagement done.
That's good. That's good.
All right, so just get. I mean, like just so many teeth. Just grow teeth all over your body. Our next question.
Yeah, what's up, dude? Let's do it.
Hey, Chris and Will, do my baptismal covenants remain valid in the world to come?
Yeah.
That's an interesting thing. Does radiation invalidate your contract with Jesus?
Well, some things, some elements of the contract, but not all of them.
Not all of them.
So, like, for instance, like, you know how, like, you told Jesus that you wouldn't be gay?
Yeah.
You're going to be gay.
You're gonna be gay.
You're probably going to be gay.
Right.
Because that's...
And Jesus is still going to be weird about it, but that's just... That's just something you're going to have to deal with.
Well, like, he didn't make any...
That's true. It's his dad that's weird.
Yeah. So, actually...
He's cool with it.
Yeah, no, he's fine. You know, he's like a pretty normal dude, except for when he starts talking about being a sword and shit. That's fucking weird.
Right.
But like,
he's like he seems like pretty like anti-violence, but then every now and then he starts talking about being a sword.
Yeah.
And you're like, I can't get a read on this guy.
Yeah, it's because he likes violence.
Yeah.
You know, just in the name of non-violence.
Right.
You know, it's sort of like the paradox of tolerance. That's what Jesus is all about. That's what he's saying. He's saying, like, punch Nazis.
Yeah.
That's what Jesus is saying. Only instead of Nazis, it's Jews.
And he's gonna have 3 extra mouths.
Jesus?
Yeah, dude. He's gonna have
Fuck yeah.
3 mouths.
He is.
He's gonna be able to eat 3 things at the same time, and he's gonna be 80 feet tall.
And he's gonna tell you 3 different things at once.
His skin is green.
Yeah, he's gonna have scissors for hands.
He's gonna have big scissors for hands.
Yeah.
And he's gonna fucking he's
gonna have
scary.
Big boots.
He's gonna have
the biggest boots you ever seen.
Cowboy boots.
He has to hire an army of cobblers to build special cowboy boots just for him because they're so huge.
Because he's 1,000 feet tall.
He keeps getting bigger.
He keeps getting big. That's the thing about him is that he's growing.
Right.
He's growing so fast.
Yeah.
He's getting too big. He's gonna get so big so quick. Jesus.
And you got to be careful because you have a contract with him, and it's still binding.
It's still binding.
And he's only become more powerful and more frightening.
Really, again, I can't stress that most of that power just translates to height.
Yeah.
He's just getting big.
He's gonna step on you if you fuck up. He's gonna
Jesus
step on
is
you
always
going to
be watching you because he's fucking tall. He can see. He's high up.
He
there.
can see for miles.
He can see for miles and miles.
He's so fucking tall.
Is this good?
No.
Okay, good. I'm just checking in.
It hasn't been.
Like, is this something? Is this anything? I was like, I think we're getting too real with the Jesus stuff. So he has to be like a big mutant or something.
Yeah, I
don't really know what happened after that.
I don't like most of what I said. So no,
the radiation is not going to affect your contract with Jesus.
Okay,
but he's going to change.
Yeah.
He's not going to be the same guy that you made that agreement with.
Right.
In that church when you were a baby.
Right.
So you got dunked in that water. You're going to like...
Talk about not reading the terms and conditions.
He's not going to be the same guy that you fell in love with all those years ago.
When you were a baby.
He's going to be he's going to be green and have scissor hands and be like 4,000 feet tall.
So you're not going to want to obey his commands.
No.
But you're also going to be afraid not to.
No, because most of his commands at that point are going to be feed Jesus. Like, you know? Because there's so much mass in his body that his brain can't properly function anymore.
All he can do is consume.
It's just like bring Jesus meat, bellowing that at the top of his lungs. Loud enough to be heard for dozens of miles around.
He's got his body wrapped around a mountain like a snake around a branch, and he's calling out to miles around him, "Feed Jesus meat!" And then just clutching at mounds of dirt at the ground, just hoping that there will be some animals in it. Just grabbing a portion of jungle and swallowing it whole because maybe there are some birds in those trees.
Yeah,
he's so hungry.
And and here's the thing: the contract still exists, but honestly, you're starting to think I could probably be gay and he wouldn't even notice.
No, he wouldn't.
Because he's too busy.
He's too busy eating the jungle.
He's too busy just like fucking, eating cattle by the fistful.
Right. And now, mind you, this is also difficult for him because once again, he has scissors for hands.
Right.
So he's just an eldritch horror, an enormous.
He's not smart enough to understand that his hands are scissors. So
Right.
he's just like chopping up cows and he can't grab him and he's like, just like, just like cutting cows into little bits because he can't eat them. Just like
One mouth screaming, another mouth screaming, "Give Jesus meat!" And another one going like, "Hey, don't let me catch you being a fucking gay, okay?" All three of his mouths crying out to the wilderness. Out into the wasteland, you can hear him for miles, and you don't know which fucking message to listen to. Maybe it's feed him meat. He cares more about the meat, I think.
I mean, given his behavior, the feed Jesus meat personality seems to be the dominant one. I feel like moral Jesus is just kind of vestigial at this point.
Well, yeah,
Like
because
he's just kind of a weird thing growing out of this fucking freak Akira monster.
Oh, yeah, no.
like this.
It's mostly like a teratoma at
Yeah,
this point.
it really is.
Jesus will have a teratoma that still says, "Hey, listen to Leviticus,"
Right.
but like otherwise, he doesn't. Yeah, he's not concerned.
Exactly. Like, Jesus isn't going to change. It's just that a bigger Jesus is going to grow around Jesus. A much bigger, more powerful, and more hungry Jesus.
With that. A very hungry Jesus.
Fucking ravenous Jesus.
It's gonna be really like sad.
yeah.
Like everybody who's going to church right now is going to be super upset about this because Jesus is going to come back and it's not going to go well.
It's not going to go. No, yeah.
Like for him.
No, he doesn't have a flaming sword.
No.
He's not punishing the wicked.
No.
He's just huge.
He's
and
not-
you just gotta give him all your cattle.
And he's not
all the cattle
rapturing-
in the village. Just to like
He's not rapturing anybody. Nobody's going to heaven. And also, he's not happy. He's
No.
having a worse go-round than the
Right.
first time. And a lot of
Right.
people are going to be like, "Oh, Jesus is back." But like, maybe it wasn't a good idea to ask for him
It's
to
like,
come back.
yeah, Jesus is back, but we just kind of don't hang out around there anymore. Is kind of the difference. Like, he just kind of emerged in Nazareth and has honestly just been having a temper tantrum ever since.
Yeah.
Just kind of beating his fucking scissor hands against the ground,
It-
screaming at people to feed him. Like, just,
And churches are going to be like, you're going to walk into a church and people are going to be pretty solemn about the whole thing. They're going to be like,
they're just gonna be
yeah,
yeah,
peace
just
be
this
with
kind
you.
of like quiet, resigned acceptance. Like they don't stop being Christians.
No,
Like,
but
they're just like,
they feel bad for their God.
right.
They
Yeah.
mostly have pity for their God now.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
worshiping him. They're wishing him to be like they're giving him like get well soon wishes, you
Right.
know? They're not going like praise be to Jesus. They're being like, man, good luck, Jesus.
Someone put this poor thing out of its misery. It's just like someone's gotta put this dog down. Like fucking take Jesus out back and fucking
Right, that's what
send him to the farm.
that's what Christianity is going to become, is a crusade to euthanize Jesus.
Right.
To put him out of his misery.
The other thing is Judas gets a lot of bad rap, but the thing they left out of the Bible is right before Jesus got crucified, he was starting to be that. He was starting to fucking.
This happened before
He
the
was
bombs
just starting
dropped.
to fucking bubble up, and they were like, "We gotta get this guy on a goddamn cross right away."
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta this guy wants meat. Don't give him any meat. Starve him. We can put him on a stick until he withers
No,
and dies.
nail him there.
Right, exactly. We can't give.
He's become dangerous.
this
He has
guy-
scissors for
Like,
hands.
If this guy acquires any more mass, he will fucking mutate until he is 5,000 feet tall.
Yeah. A lot of people say that Jesus' people betrayed him when in reality they were just like scared for everyone's sake, including
Yeah, 'cause he was
his.
like a big scary monster, man.
They were like, he's becoming something horrible, this is like assisted suicide, this is like for the greater good for his sake too.
Yeah, we're not like we're like according to our, like we're not like supposed to like eat pigs and stuff, and I just saw the guy eat a pig in like 2 bites. So like stuff has gotten out of hand. We gotta put this guy in a goddamn cross. like
This is my blood you drink. This is my body you eat. Give Jesus meat.
Yeah, no, what that was is like Jesus was eating a whole pig, just like a fucking pig skeleton at all. And people were like, is there going to be any food for us? And in like a manic, delirious, like cancer mad state, he just ripped a chunk of flesh, tumor flesh off his own body.
Yeah.
And went, this is the thing.
And that was the first Passover.
This bread is me.
That was not the first Passover. That was like a, 3,000th Passover?
And everyone was too scared to tell him it wasn't bread. Everyone was too scared to explain to Jesus what metaphors are.
Yeah.
He just didn't.
He did not. He was a very literal person.
Right. It's you think that like that the bread was a metaphor for the flesh, when in reality his flesh was a metaphor for bread.
What you don't understand is Jesus did not know he was not made of bread.
Yeah. At that point, his brain was fucking so full of the fucking teeth and hair that he just doesn't know what bread is anymore.
And that's the thing, is that once he returns and becomes this enormous creature, he will still think that he's bread, and he'll be hungry, and he'll believe that he needs meat to become a sandwich.
Right. That's why he's on those guys. He just wants to be a roast beef
he
sandwich.
Wants to be a
so
sandwich
bad.
so bad. Fuck anything. Fuck everything in the world.
Just outside the bit, just in general.
Yeah,
just
like, fuck it.
It's so. I mean, it seems like such a redundant thought, but I just like for a second there, I was just like, what are we talking about? Like, that's the stupidest thing I could possibly think.
Right.
But, like, what are we saying
I
about...
forget what was
do
the
we
question?
have a point about... No, it's just about, like, I think, like, will the event affect my baptismal vows?
Oh, right.
Which was...
The answer is yeah, but, like, for some weird fucking ways. In some weird ways. I'm lightheaded. Let's answer one more question.
Let's answer one final question.
And then I think we'll have a podcast.
I think we will. I just saw a question about like what pregnancy is going to be like, and I don't even want to know what we're going to say about that. So I'm just going to keep going.
You ever have a? you ever have like just like an errant horny thought?
Yeah.
You're just kind of going about your day.
Yeah.
And it's just like you have a sexy little thought pops into your mind.
Uh-huh.
You got to make sure that you're wearing a condom when that happens.
When what happens?
When you have a sexy little thought, because you might get the person you're having that sexy little thought about pregnant.
Oh, that's what's gonna be like in the world.
That's gonna be like in a bit.
See, I totally
you just thought I was just talking about having
sexy
little thoughts.
I thought you were saying like, well, I gotta wear a condom all the time because if I have a sexy little thought, I come in my pants.
That's right. No, it's gonna be for very different reasons.
Okay.
It's gonna you want to keep that condom on because if you have a sexy thought, you're gonna ejaculate psychically. And you got to make sure that the psychic essence stays on your penis,
right,
and doesn't transmit through the ether void.
That's so true, and you know,
I don't know, like, you know what I mean?
Some fucking season 8 of X-Files shit right here.
It is, yeah, kind of. You can't
no,
have any sexy thoughts.
Which one is the one where Chris Carter went fucking bonkers about pregnancy? Oh, all of them.
What is it about like sci-fi TV writers and like being weird about pregnancy?
Because pregnancy is some fucking sci-fi bullshit.
It kind of is.
It's
actually
fucked up.
It is weird that we do that.
Yeah.
It's weird that we all did
it's
that.
It's disgusting and fucked up.
Like,
yeah. Dude, everyone who's ever been born, that happened to him.
I was like a little worm that grew inside a lady.
That's so fucked up, dude.
It was like a little worm in there. Like,
dude, we're like made out of like fucking food our mom ate. Yeah, but pregnancy's gonna be even more fucked up. That's what's gonna happen.
More fucked up because you can have an errant sexy thought and then give psychic birth to a ghost.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
you're gonna give. That's the thing, is that they're not gonna get pregnant with a person. They're gonna give birth to like a psychic impression of what your children would be had you had sex.
And the fucked up thing is that like, see, what's gonna happen is like a lot of times, like, you know, you get pregnant, you give birth to a person with a soul.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just gonna be the soul.
Sometimes it's just gonna be the soul.
They're not gonna make a body.
They're
You're
just
gonna
not
be
one.
pregnant, and it's gonna feel like shit,
Yep.
and it's just gonna be all soul.
Yep. And then
You're never gonna meet your child.
And then at the last second, just go woo right out there. You're gonna want to hold your beautiful child in your arms, and instead you just feel like a comforting spring breeze moving across your face.
Mm-hmm.
And you just have to learn to be okay with that. That has to be
Yeah.
enough for you.
And you're gonna think, "What's happened? I've lost my baby." And then the doctor's gonna say, "No, it flew away.
It's like
It's gonna go be a flower now."
the doctor puts their hand on your shoulder and says, "Your baby's everywhere now.
That's
Your
so
baby
sweet.
will always be with you."
Yeah.
That'll be fucking $20,000 because there's no health insurance in the world to come.
Yeah.
That's honestly the worst bit.
Yeah. That is the worst bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for listening to Life in the World to Come.
I feel like we could have talked more about pregnancy. I feel like we could have got more out of that. I have
Yeah.
to say. Yeah.
Anything else to say about it?
Yeah, I think some people, they're going to stay pregnant for way too long, and you're going to be a fully grown ass person inside a fucking womb, and you're going to get pregnant inside that womb, and it's going to be double pregnant. And that baby's
like-
going to grow up and going to get pregnant too.
There's gonna be like, again, just like
You're going to be a fucking Russian doll of pregnancies.
you're gonna be out camping in the middle of the wasteland one night,
Uh-huh.
and you're gonna be looking out at the mountaintops, the peaks, the mountains in the distance,
Yeah.
and you start. Is that mountain getting up off the ground? Oh, it is.
no.
It's right. Oh, it's walking. It's lumbering across the horizon because that's not a mountain. That's an average mom. That's just one mom with thousands of children with their own children inside of
That's just
it.
Jolene.
A Russian nesting doll of 10,000 moms.
And she's never going to
fully
be okay.
grown adult women.
She's going to be crawling crab style.
Right,
Just
exactly.
crab walking across the wasteland.
Just a huge rolling ball of flesh
with a city of adult fetuses inside her,
her.
living their lives and knocking each other up.
Exactly, growing old, dying.
Having entire generations will rise and fall within Jolene's womb. And watch out for her,
Watch out.
because she's hungry.
She's
needs-
feeding for 1,000.
And she's got crazy ass fucking cravings. You know?
Yeah.
She'll
What, you
eat a
think-
mountain.
You think like fucking like pickles and peanut butter is a crazy craving? Try a city.
She's going to eat cities.
Try a fucking continent or something.
Try 4,000 foot tall scissor handed green Jesus. That will be what finally gets him. Jolene will eat him in a pregnancy craving to feed her city.
Mm-hmm. And then she becomes God.
Right.
And we don't even know what happens after that.
No, because
It's too powerful.
It's too powerful.
Whatever happens after that is too powerful.
We've
for
had
even us to
visions
observe.
of that time period, and everything just goes white.
Yeah.
And that's our only shortcoming. We've
That's
never
our only flaw.
our only flaw in our vision is what happens after Jolene ascends.
And to our credit, that's going to be like 10 or 20,000 years.
Yeah.
Down the line.
Yeah, and you're gonna be dead by then. We're
There's
not,
still
but
plenty
you
of stuff
are.
for us to talk about. But
Yeah, listeners to the podcast aren't going to be alive, but we'll be alive.
yeah.
We'll be fine.
I got a plan.
Yeah. What's your plan?
I'm gonna get pregnant.
That's a good.
I'm gonna
idea.
I'm Jolene.
You're gonna.
I'm gonna be. That's me. I'm
That's
Jolene.
that's the big twist.
That's
The
big
reason that I haven't been able to see it is because you've been psychically blocking me from
Right,
the knowledge
exactly.
that you're Jolene.
twist. Right. And you finally caught me just now.
Because you told
me. Posed it to me as a question, and I freaked out and just kind of told you.
All right. We've been recording for long enough.
All right.
Thank you all
Thanks,
so
everybody.
much for listening.
If you would like to support us on Patreon, you can do so at lifeintheworldtocome.patreon.com. If you would like to buy me a PS5, there are 3 new items on the store.
Fuck yeah,
all under the Buy Chris a PS5 brand. You can do that. Our intro and outro music is We Are the Hellhounds by the Taxpayers, and you can send us an email over at lifeintheworld.com at gmail.com.
And we are
on our
now
Discord.
accepting applications for ads.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
We finally opened ourselves up for ads, but we're probably not going to get any. What with all the fucking poops and dicks and the stuff we said about Jesus just now.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah, I forgot. Like half of the nation, like, is like that's a real guy who I care about.
Yeah, so if we're gonna get advertisers, you're probably. I mean, we're open. Fucking,
Yeah.
if you would like to give us money for us to like talk about your fucking thing for like 20
Whatever
seconds,
it is.
you know,
Yeah, sell. Like honestly, whatever you're trying to sell.
what honestly anything.
Yeah.
I'll take. I need to make money off of this podcast.
You want to sell? You want us to sell your dick pills? You
I'll
want
sell
us to
dick
sell
pills.
your?
I'll tell them that. I'll say they're good. I'll say they work.
I won't be able to tell you whether or not they work.
Well, yes, you can. You know
What?
how you do it?
Lie?
Yeah, you say they work.
Okay.
You say that aloud
Okay.
into a microphone,
All right.
and then they give you money for that.
Okay. All right. I'll just do that then. Yeah.
Exactly,
Just
yeah.
don't tell them that I don't have a dick.
Right. Exactly. You just don't have to let them know.
I don't. I
You
don't
know.
have them.
Well, maybe then we don't do dick pills because that's not really our demographic.
No, you have a dick.
That's true.
Yeah. You have 2 dicks.
It's true. You gave me yours. Thanks everybody for listening to Life in the World to Come.
Stupid fucking
Intro
show.
and outro.
All right. Did we say? Yeah, we're the.
We
Hell
said
House
all the
Last
stuff.
Time?
Yeah.
Okay. All
All right,
right,
everybody.
Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna leave now.